Hey, how's it going? I'm Justin Thomas, sports writer here at Star Local Media, and just wanted to give you a little rundown of the game I was covering tonight. I was out at Marauder Stadium in Flower Mound, where Marcus welcomed Arlington for a non-district battle. The Marauders were coming off a big win in Week 1 over Arlington Bowie in the first game for head coach Kevin Atkinson, and Arlington was coming to town this week. The Marauders beat them last year 50-35. But that was not the case tonight. Arlington came out and got their ground game going on the first drive. Even though they didn't score on that drive, they missed a field goal. It was a sign of things to come. Arlington would end up rushing for 383 yards. Running back Kenley McCray had 29 carries for 102 yards, and quarterback DeMonte Davis carried 17 times for 151 yards and 3 touchdowns. Justin Dinka had a big game for Marcus. He had 21 carries for 135 yards and 2 touchdowns. Both of those scores came in the second half, though. Marcus actually trailed 20-0 at halftime. They got it to 20-7 early on the first drive of the third quarter when Dinka broke off a 65-yard touchdown run. But Arlington came right back and scored, and then on Marcus's next possession, they tried to throw a screen pass. It actually went backwards. The Marauders did not get to the football. Arlington picked it up and basically walked in from 35 yards out for a touchdown. That pretty much put the game away. Arlington just pretty much had their way with Marcus's line, and talking to Coach Kevin Atkinson after the game, he thought that the Colts kind of got under Marcus's skin a little bit and got in their heads, and they didn't keep their poise and kind of played out of control. They had some personal fouls. At halftime, they actually had 56 yards of offense and 62 penalty yards. So they didn't play smart football. They got beat up on the line early on at least, and just couldn't get anything going offensively until a couple runs from Dinka in the second half. But by that time, they were too far in the hole. So Marcus drops to 1-1. They have another tough test next week. They'll play Mansfield. Mansfield beat Cedar Hill tonight and also beat Marcus in the playoffs 2 years ago. This will be the, I believe, 4th or 5th time in the past 3 years these teams are playing. So pretty familiar opponents. Should be a good one. That's out in Mansfield. So be on the lookout for that. We'll see if Marcus can bounce back and go into district with a 2-1 mark, or if they'll drop below 500 at 1-2, because they sit at 1-1 right now. So that's it for me. Enjoy the weekend.